Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Nice to see you. Let me turn the game noise off a minute. There we go. How are you all? Cubus, it's lovely to see you, buddy. I've missed you. How are you? Great to see you back. By the way, guys, those of you that aren't in the Discord will not have seen this, but Cubus has been making some 3D renders of Dome Keeper in terms of like drill bit and dome itself and all the things inside the dome, and they are so heckin' good. They are so heckin' good. Like, it makes me so happy. Dome Keeper is one of my favorite games of all time. I love seeing community made artwork of the Raw Fury games. So when you combine that with how much I love Dome Keeper, Cubus, you don't understand how much I love those things. They are so well made. I know Renee was blown away by it as well. Like, everybody needs to join the Discord and check them out. They're in Sharing is Caring at the moment, but next time you do any more, whack them in the community creations, because that's for fan art. They're so good. They're so good. Hi Brad, hi Kath, welcome in. Is that a new Rachel emote that I have not got? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That's so cute. Hi Chrono, I see you over on the YouTube side, and Michelle, nice to see you both. Thanks for coming. We're back. We're back. Honestly, Cubus, they're amazing. They're so good. So yeah, we're back with some more Nightcall. I've just realised I've still got my sable coloured lights up. I'm gonna change them. We need the Nightcall lights. We need the Nightcall lights. It's more of a noir. We don't need these warm, lovely, rich colours. We need some creep going on, some nighttime going on, I think. Which ones did I use though? That's the question. I think. Let's find out. I think it was these, and then I just turned the speed down. Yeah, it was these. It was the like twinkly star ones. These are our Nightcall lights. We've got our Nightcall. You guys know that I love Nightcall. I've been really enjoying this game. I just love the writing. This team also made Flat Eye, which is what I first streamed when I started at Raw Fury back in July, and I started the streams in August. And I fell in love with that because of the writing as well. And this team knows how to get a good narrative going, man. The characters they write are so interesting and different, and just they leave you wanting more in a way that I don't often see in smaller indie titles in the way that these guys have managed to create. I just think they're on another level. Hello Slam. They know how to write for me. They've never met me. They did both these games before I joined Raw Fury, but it feels like they made them for me. I love them. Hi Slam, how are you, sweetheart? Nice to see you. So we are going to do that. I'm also, before we start, let me switch over to this screen. Go. I'm also going to give a bit of a sneak peek. To you guys. I don't know whether to do it now or to wait until a few more people are here. I think I might wait. Because I've been very busy today working on the Raw Fury Discord server. As some of you who are already in it know, I've put out some warnings recently that we are going to be changing things up quite a lot. And part of that is that we are going to be taking down the existing game channels and turning them into something new. So I'm not just getting rid of places to talk about the games. Don't worry. I've seen a lot of people like, no, I don't want to not be able to talk about this game. You will still be able to talk about your favourite game. Don't worry. But we're going to be doing it in a slightly different way. And I've been working really hard today to get at least a few of the new bits done so that I could showcase a kind of a taster. Kind of a little taster of what's to come on the Discord, which should all be finished by the end of this week. So you'll get to see today a little bit of what we've got in store, and then we'll show you the rest of it as we go. So I'm really excited because I've worked for months on this, months, with a big thanks to the mods who have had a huge input on the plan and on all the new rules and all the new like updates and stuff we've been putting in. The mods on our Discord server are just amazing. We love them very much. Sky, Domino, and Leo now as well. They've done some amazing work for us. They are completely voluntary. They do get Raw Fury Master Keys, so they get access to all our games. So yay, I love being able to give them something. But they are volunteers and they do so much for our community, and we're very grateful for them. So thank you for all the help that they've given us. And then also, huge shout out to my fellow community managers. It is Community Manager Appreciation Day today. I love you guys and girls and everybody in the team. You're amazing. And that's to the community ambassadors as well. Diogo, Vicky, Sienna at the Bip and Bit studio. Like everybody, you're all amazing. We appreciate you. And thank you for all your help on Discord as well. So we're really excited. Chrono, what I will say is that we don't allow promotion of your own games in our Discord server unless you have been signed by Raw Fury. We do that just to keep it as a place to celebrate Raw Fury games as it is. So please keep that in mind if you do join the Discord server. Okay, right, let's play some Nightcall while we wait for a few more people to come in before we dive into the Discord, because I want to show it off. I'm very excited. Very excited. I've got to remember not to use a controller in this game because it's much easier to use a mouse. Much easier. Okay. Oh, Sam. That is you. Time to get signed by Raw Fury, huh? Yeah, you're just gonna have to get pitching. We have got a really good page on the website for developers with loads of information about how to pitch your game, lots of tips and stuff like that on like how to put a pitch together. It's really, really good. I think it's literally called like developers tools or something. Let me get it up a minute. Let me find out what it is. Put it in the chat for you because it's genuinely a really good resource if you are an indie dev and you haven't done one before, or if you're an indie dev and you just want to apply to Raw Fury and you haven't applied to us before. It's a great resource. Developers Resources is what it's called. It's literally like what it says on the tin. I'll put it in the chat for both of you. Uh-oh, Slam. What? There you go. It's in both chats now, so you can see it. But it is genuinely a really, really good resource. So if you want to apply as a developer, check that out. Our development resource team are amazing. I love them to bits. They are the scouts and the people that do dev relations stuff. They crack me up. They're one of the funniest teams in the whole company. But they're also really, really helpful to people who are applying for the first time, or even for whatever time it is for them. We've heard some lovely feedback recently on Twitter about how Raw Fury always responds to people, even if it's a no. They always respond. They always give feedback, and I think that's really appreciated by a lot of indie devs who sometimes just get ghosted by publishers. So big shout out to that team because they're amazing, and I think the world of them, and they deserve it. Slam, what are you gonna do? I want to play the game. What are you gonna do? My hair is crazy today. I apologize. Right. I'm gonna start. You open one eye. You slept badly. Sometimes you're so tired you can't seem to get any rest. Oh, that's that really. Slam. You'd like to understand how that's even possible. You get up quickly, and a few minutes later you're outside of your studio. I could not be up and out of the studio in a few minutes. Like, it takes me at least half an hour to have a cup of tea and some breakfast to wake myself up. Otherwise, I'm just useless. I just don't function. Very much a night person. Okay, right. Last time, we tried going to the people closest to us so that we would save fuel and just make as much money as we could. That backfired heavily because last time we had 3 people skip out on paying. So I ain't doing that this time. I'm going to pick people that I think look interesting because at the moment we're making a deficit. We need to make some better judgment calls. I'm going to go to this guy. He looks like a good, nice, friendly lumberjack in the middle of Perry. Somewhere in the street you ran into that movie star, the one in the coffee ads. This is Milo Reacher. Guys, I've literally just finished Reacher season 2. I've literally just finished Reacher season 2 like an hour ago. This is like Kismet. This is Kismet. Okay, I need a cab, quick! You pull up in front of the American Embassy. Can't recall ever picking up a customer here. They probably have a fleet of their own. Or a contract with a private company. The door opens, and you take an immediate liking to the guy who gets in. He looks like Richard from Friends. That's what he looks like. You find him somehow reassuring, like a lost tourist. He babbles something in English. You have to listen hard to make out the address. Sorry, I'm just back in Paris. I forgot my manners. He flashes you a smile. His voice is tinged with a slight American accent. Turn the key in the ignition. Thanks. What's your name, pal? You're surprised to hear him use the familiar to form straight off the bat. Look, us English-speaking folk don't always know the difference between you and you. Like, we know that word means you, and we remember it. We're going to use it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hussein. Nice to meet you, Hussein. He stares at you intently for a moment. Did we know that was our name? Have we only just found out what our name is in this game? I don't think I knew that was my name. My name is... He nods slowly, as if disheartened. If I reveal my name, I'll be left with no other choice. I'll have to kill you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He pauses. Way too long to be joking. His face darkens. It's a different man on the seat behind you. And then, his face creases into a grin. Hey, amigo, I'm joking. I work for the CIA, that's all. You're an undercover agent? Yeah, you could say that. Is that why your French is so good? I speak 8 other languages too. You give a low whistle. I can't whistle. I can't whistle, I'm sorry guys. I just can't do it. Not bad for a Yankee, eh? I know, yeah, he's not undercover anymore. He's failing at his job, Cubus. He bursts into laughter. No wonder I'm a spy, eh, amigo? He slumps back into his seat a little, as if he'd been knocked on the head. I've been overdoing it lately. Doctor tells me I need to lay off the booze or I won't make it through the year. There's the answer, Slam. He's been drinking. That's why. He's been drinking. His hand flutters nervously in the air. I was speaking Spanish all day. I got a splitting headache. My buddy from Cuba and me, we were at this meeting. Went on forever. Gives a strange sigh, a faraway look in his eyes. We should have kept Cuba. Kept Cuba? Yeah, like 100 years ago, it belonged to the good old US of A. Didn't you know? I mean, it wasn't exactly ours, but it was sort of ours, if you know what I mean. You give a nod. We helped him gain independence. Gave him a lot of help, in fact. Military, boats. Those were good old days. His sudden bellow of laughter gives you quite the start. This guy feels really random. He's like 1 minute really happy and then sad, and then he goes quiet and then he's really loud. He's like, I feel like this cabby, especially after all he's been through, would literally have a heart attack. I bet you don't even know all the American mafioso moved there. The mafiosi? Yeah, the Italians, know what I mean? Like in the movies, Don Corleone and all that. Casa Nostra had the casinos there in the 50s. Hey Cam, nice to see you back. How are you? Did you have a good weekend? You know, you could go for the weekend. Fat wads of cash, changing hands and all. The 1940s. Boy, they were sure good old days. The entire decade was. How old is this guy? How old is this guy? Ah, he wants to know too. I need to ask, how old are you? I'm not talking from personal experience, of course. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't even born back then. Gives you a little wink. It's another vampire. It's another vampire. We had a vampire last week, guys. We're convinced it was a vampire. When I first joined the company, the old-timers, that's all they ever talked about. The good old days, the suits, the big cars. How'd they get back to Miami on Monday mornings? Go straight into the office? I missed out on all that. His eyes are half closed, his voice thick with emotion. I'm sad your Monday wasn't as good. Hopefully we can cheer you up. But I'm glad you had a good weekend, Cam. No, not the cab driver. Random passenger that we had last week seemed to be a vampire. But today, that's a thing of the past now. Today we make plans and presentations. We produce statistics and spreadsheets. He's staring at you intently. Take turns. My turn one day, your turn the next. It's not the same anymore. You have to change with the times. Or retire and blow all your savings on booze. What exactly do you do? I'm a government facilitator. Nod silently. He gives what appears to be a scornful shrug. I help people make the right choices by getting rid of the competition. Mistress Sable, are you revealing a secret? Are you a vampire too? I happen to like vampires. I grew up on Buffy. I think an old Twilight Zone skit is giving me fear of being cab driver, being a vampire. Really? I'll have to watch that one. I'll have to Google it. Believe me, and this is coming from an American, nobody likes competition. Competition is just a way of getting people all worked up. It keeps them busy. Control is what it's really all about. Taps you on the shoulder. Last stop, amigo. You pull over. The street is dark and lifeless. Perfectly quiet. You see that little side street over there? You nod yes. The best bar in Paris is on it. It's run by Venezuelans. I'm still gonna Google it, Cam. I'm gonna see if it exists. The owner? He could have been finance minister, you know. But instead, he runs the best joint in town. Brad, I thought you were a chaos god. Have you been misleading me all this time? And all because the CIA prefers meetings and spreadsheets. Tough luck for the Venezuelans. So much better for me. His roar of laughter nearly pierces your eardrum. Gets out of the cab and shakes your hand, handing you the fare and then some. Your eye follows his bulky form as it crosses the street and turns into a dark alleyway. You sit there for a moment, somewhat confused. He's a strange one. Not all that unpleasant, really, and yet utterly vile. You start up the cab. Hey, okay. By the way that said and then some, I thought we were going to get like a massive tip. We got 26p of a tip. We got 26 pence. This is not what a big tip is. No. Oh, calf. You thought Brad is bread was unbread? That and craving grains? Calf, Leo has been way too long in the dark. You have come in and are taking his place with the queen of puns. Leo's got some competition, calf. Leo's got some competition. Yeah, this is the worst profit I've ever made. I'm outraged. Also, Slam, I feel like that means that you are. Oh, it's one of our suspects again. Wait, no, isn't this Irv? Irv is the one that doesn't ever pay us. If this is the guy that doesn't ever pay us, we're not picking him up. On your right, the door to a night. Oh wait, yeah, we're not giving him a lift. He literally never pays. He literally never pays. By the way, Twitch fam, how was your weekend? I didn't ask you. I feel bad. How was everybody's weekend on the Twitch side? We're here now. We might as well go to this lady. I know Herv was on the suspect board, but we ruled him out and he also never pays and we are broke. A familiar smell tickles your nose. No! ghost again! The ghost is back. We didn't sign up for the Onryo ghost. Wait, no, is that his name? The guy from Les Mis that dies on the barricades. Wish MC was a vampire so he could... That would be good. Some puns do really cause pain, especially that one considering we're in Paris. Okay, you turn around just inside to see the little ghost appear on the back seat of your taxi. No, why do we keep getting haunted? Nobody told me there were ghosts in this game. Ghost can't tip. No, I know. We don't get a choice either, Cam. He just gets in the taxi and we have to deal with him. He remains still as he watches you.
How nice to see you again. Let us not waste any time, if you'd be so kind.
An electric charge runs through your body. You start driving.
Would you be so kind as to drive round this neighbourhood a bit?
No specific destination?
No, I'm not quite sure where he lives these days. Changes haunts frequently. Never stays in the same place for very long. But it's somewhere around here.
The boy points outside.
Over there. The revolutionaries brought that little prince here on a cart. Over there, the crowd touched him, pushed him, made him change clothes. Over there, a woman he'd never seen before who frightened him, gave him something to eat. He was scared, of course, terrified. People spit insults any time he opened his mouth. Others incited violence.
His last sentence hangs in the air. Everything okay?
Fine, thanks. I was thinking about his mother. But it's of no matter. No matter at all. She had face powder ordered from Austria. Her little one liked the smell. As do you.
At that very instant, your nose itches.
Let's no longer speak of it. He was the important one.
Don't give just because of some ghost, show some spirit. Oh no. Twitch chat are being punny this evening, YouTube. What are they like? Your desire to sneeze appears as quickly as it had appeared. By the way, I had a full-on sneezing fit right before I came on stream, and I literally thought I was going to be sneezing all the way through stream. I'm so happy it stopped.
He lived in the street and suffered a great deal. He often coughed and was yelled at any time his small frail body was shaken with a coughing fit. Woman taking care of him called him Little Louis. He barely spoke. He was not allowed to go outside.
An odd smell fills the cab.
His life was reduced to a series of apartments, bedrooms, living rooms.
More of a perfume than a smell.
His life was reduced to presentation, low bows, strict rules that came out of nowhere.
Orange blossom. Your taxi suddenly smells of orange blossom. Uh-oh, Cubus has said, this is a competition now, YouTube. Give us your puns. Don't sink to their level, YouTube chat. Don't sink to their level.
His life was reduced to future promises, to when you grow up, and...
Glance around needlessly looking for the source of the smell.
I at least got to play in the dirt and the mud.
It's him. The little boy with a flickering frame smells of orange blossoms. I'm not even reading that, Cubus. I'm not justifying it. Calf gave you a badum. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
I don't pity him, but No one deserves to be punished for their brother's crimes.
What did you say? You stare at the little boy.
I said, no one deserves to be punished for their brother's crimes. And you know exactly what I mean.
He smirks.
Right here.
Points to a house down the street. Cam on YouTube has said that basically he's tired and he's filling out job applications, and if he puns, he's screwed. So he's not rising to your lowness, guys. He's not sinking. He's not sinking. Ah, thanks, Cam.
Stop. It's right here. This is where Louis the
16th lives. Is that 16? I feel like it's 16. Kath, is that 16? You know you're playing Final Fantasy 16. 17? 17. I'm dumb. Dumb. I should have known this. Louis the 17th lives. Thanks, Mistress Sayrule. We're not anti-puns, but Cam, Leo, who's one of our mods on Discord, and he also mods on the stream sometimes, it's like all he does is pun at me. It's like his favourite thing to do. And now the rest of chat have like replaced Leo's lack of puns, and they're starting to. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Oh, it sounds taxing, but we believe in it. You can do it. Oh dear, Cam. You started a revolution. You're all terrible. All of your names are green, apart from Brad as well on Twitch tonight. It's just like a sea of green over there. Louis the 17th lives here? Why the fuck should I care? You turn around. The back seat is empty. You sneeze. All the anger you were feeling has vanished. You avoid your own reflection in the rearview mirror. Once again, we pick someone up and got no monies. We are poor, we never get paid. Oh, this is a suspect. Let's go. To the suspect. To the suspect. Yay! Well done, Cam. Yeah, he better pay for our ticket to Charon. Because otherwise, we ain't getting across that river of Styx because we're going to be too broke by the time we get there. Oh, this is a nice 34 buck. All right, Claudia Campo, let's go. Let's go, Claudia. Or Claudia. This is French. Maybe it's Claudia. Claudia! I'm going to beg my husband for a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea. I did some begging, guys. Good job we got Discord. He's downstairs, but instead of shouting, I just Discord him. Wait, where did she go? Where did she go? She literally vanished. Hey guys, look, it's the Dome Keeper again. We're going to the Dome Keeper. Did I miss something while I was looking at Discord then? Did I click and oh no, Mistress Sable, did I? I hit reject by mistake. Bait. What am I like? I wanted to get some I wanted 34 bucks and I wanted to get some questions asked so that I could work out the murderer. I feel like I failed the day. Okay. We want to pick up Dome Keeper, so we're going to take this person. You pull your cab up to the sidewalk and lean over. Your next passengers are in a dark alleyway just off the main street. They are, how to put it, in disguise. As 4 superheroes in spandex suits stretched over their bodies. Yes, these are my kind of people. They remind you of a show from your childhood. Okay, Slam's written me a poem, guys. There was once a jar who would sneeze, for no reason it seemed, with great ease. She'd sneeze whilst on stream so much it would meme, but sometimes she'd start to stop and tease. Well done, Slam. They remind you of a show from your childhood. Think about the show. The show aired on Wednesday afternoons after school. You used to go to your friend Edouard's house. His dad was the geography teacher. The superheroes are in the show were a group that fought against some kind of aliens in foam suits. Someone knocks really hard on your window and you jump. A passenger. He or she is standing right there, dressed in pink. You roll down your window.
You are driver?
It's a he. But even with that helmet on, you can smell the stench of booze on his... Booze on his breath. Yeah. He turns around in his pink suit. Hey guys! Hey! The rest of the group turns round. It's our cab! A yelp of joy comes from the alleyway. All 4 suited passengers get in the car, one after the other. The aroma of beer and piss wafts into the cab. Oh, lovely. Lovely. They look like they're from Tron. Don't you think? They look like they're from Tron rather than superheroes. Oh man. I'll be brief. We lost Ultra Yellow. We don't even know where she's hiding. The one dressed in green starts screaming in the taxi. A deep male voice with a southern accent. I can't do southern. I can't do southern. I do declare. Rosie, welcome in, lovely. Nice to see you. Everybody's names is green. You're all green today. How are you, Rosie, my darling? You excited for Yakuza this week? We're drunk. Yeah, like we didn't know already. You want to look for her? We don't want to look for her. We have to find her. Dramatic pause. He extends a shaking finger and points to the roof. Just y'all occasionally? Yeah, and then it will work. Ultra. Oh shit, I don't feel so good. Yellow is the one with the keys to our hotel room. Ultra Pink clears his throat, like it might be a technique for getting the alcohol out of his system quicker. Anyway, could you just drive around the neighborhood slowly? She can't be far. I have literally 2 days to play it before I get on a plane to Sweden. So I'm gonna hope that Amazon brings it a day early, basically. This is like the Daft Punk Power Rangers. Oh my god, that's perfect. It's perfect. The one in red, silent up until now, raises their head. Yeah, dudes. Nah, we're gonna look for her. We're gonna find her, and we're gonna get a drink because I'm thirsty. Aren't you, dudes? A woman's voice? Oh, I did a man's voice. A woman's voice or a teenager? You're not sure. Who's thirsty? He's drinking as it is, and he's put his hand up. Yays fill the cab. Everyone seems up for a drink. No, you're too drunk. What? What do you mean? We've barely had anything to drink. Almost nothing. You're going to puke all over my taxi. Cross my heart, we won't throw up. Actually, we already have, and we never throw up. Okay, but cool it with the drinking after. Huh? What do you mean by that? Drunken woman's voice is all raspy from being hard on the... Yeah, there we go. That's what we'll go with. That you're too drunk to drink anymore? When you're dealing with drunk passengers, you always use the same firm, confident voice. We find your friend, and then you settle down. Ultra Pink nods, and... Okay, fine, deal. Your passenger's overwhelmed with joy, with the exception of the silent one leaning against the window behind you. Yeah, let's go. You start driving. Keep your eyes peeled, okay, guys? Ultra Pink is riddled with hiccups and acid reflux. So, where should we start? We were at Furiosa with Ultra Yellow. We were drinking there until they refused to keep serving us. Fucking Nazi hipsters! They are. I like these guys. Bring it down a notch. No one needs to get so excited. Wait, don't we start there? Maybe she's at the hotel emptying the minibar, lucky duck. Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Or she's in the little park where we went to drink mead. A sigh escapes from the red helmet. The beer was so cheap, it was called beer, spelled wrong on the label and everything. But Red is right. Ultra Yellow might be in the little park. Oh, fuck, my stomach. Where should we go? Let's go to the park. Let's go! To the park it is! Baby, she's still there, y'all. I can't do it. Oh no, she was in the bar, right? I don't know anymore. They tell you how to find the park, and they're talking about, and you start the car. In the back, they spark up a discussion centering on the following theme. Which country has the best price/amount of alcohol ratio? You quickly tune them out. You let out a sigh and shake your head, hoping you'll be done with them soon. Pink and red vote for Bulgaria, and green shouts that the only right answer is Croatia. As for blue, he hasn't said a word all evening. You're starting to worry. Have we got a Bernie's weekend at Bernie's thing going on here? Is there a dead guy in my taxi? The park finally comes into sight and silence fills the cab. Who's the silent one? Yeah. I don't see anyone in this here park. You sure this is the one? Yeah, I recognize it. That's where I yacked up my insides. And yet you're still totally drunk, dude. I'm not that drunk. I'll prove it. I can remember my credit card number. 4434. You give out a credit card number when you're drunk? No, never, except when I'm drunk. Silence in the cab. Does anyone have a fucking idea? You clear your throat. There's still the bar. Yeah, the bar, good idea. Yay, maybe we could get a nice cold one while we're at it. No, we're going to look for Yellow. Plus, they don't want us in there anymore. I need to remind you of the scene you made. Someone whispers the address of the bar. It's not far. You start the car and can't help but smile. Yeah, I don't think they're coming back out of the bar, and I feel like we're going to get robbed again. We're not getting paid. We are not getting paid. I can guarantee it. But wait, guys. Wait just one tiny second. Anyone check the trunk of the cab? Red and pink sigh. Ah, come on. How can you be more drunk than I am? Did you pop some pills in the toilet again? Huh? No, man, no. And they go on to discuss their darkest memories of boozing past. As for Blue, he still hasn't said anything. You watch him in the rearview mirror. If you go by the way his head is lolling, he's starting to fall asleep. Yeah, these dome keepers are not paying, are they, Cubus? I went to them because I trusted them because they were dome keepers. They're clearly not going to be paying. Finally get to the bar and park where you can. They're possibly the worst people. They're pretty drunk, Cam. If they don't vomit in my taxi, I'll be alright. Despite the time, the bar is still full of patrons and are scattered across the sidewalk. Hey, look, over there! What? What do you see? Well, that's Ultra Yellow, isn't it? They all lean over, except Blue. Try to make out the shape in the darkness. Oh, come on. That looks nothing like her. Honestly, you need to stop drinking. I'm serious. You're making me thirsty. But I swear I thought it was her. I've had enough of him, I swear.
No need to get upset. We'll find her eventually.
Hello. I heard you coming. You can't make me jump today. I know you tried. Because I could see it in his face. He definitely tried to make me jump, guys. Thank you. Definitely tried to make me jump. They're dome keepers, not money givers. Fair cubers. It is in the name. It is in the name. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Okay.
We're never going to find her. Ever.
Jesus, stop screaming already. The car totally smells like licorice now. You're such an ass. Were they on the, Sambuca? Guys, I completely haven't turned Teams off and the sound is going off in the background. I'm gonna mute it. Hang on. I'm gonna mute you. Do not disturb. I am streaming. There we go. Okay, right. She might be at the hotel. They look at you in silence. Not a bad idea. You're the man.
This guy's a genius.
I'm sorry, American Southerners. I know I can't do the accent.
Yeah, the hotel. She might have already crashed. Maybe she hooked up with someone. Shit. Yeah, okay, let's go.
You start driving. A mild migraine takes over your head. You start driving to the address and the one that the pink guy gave you. Behind you, the discussion is getting out of hand. Pink and red think they should never have eaten at the sushi restaurant. Green is screaming that yellow is totally nuts anyway. As for blue, not a peep. You're starting to get worried. If they've put a dead guy in my taxi, say something. Hey, say, is your friend there or is he okay? The discussion in the back of the cab comes to a halt. Who? Ultra Blue? Yeah, don't worry.
He's a silent drunk.
Yeah, what he said. Actually, it's the only way to get him to shut up. I was getting worried.
You shouldn't. We're adults. We're responsible. Well, more or less responsible.
His deep voice disintegrates into a low grumble.
But anyway, he's just fine, aren't you, Ultra Blue?
No answer from the concerned party. He's dead, guys! What's with the costumes?
They aren't costumes. We're Ultra Space Warriors from the planet, from outer space. Yeah. Stop yelling for a second. They're for a bachelor party. Ultra Green here is our cherished friend.
Won't be a virgin for much longer. Ooh! Hit pearls of laughter come from the back seat. No more WWI. Join in. 5 seconds later, silence fills the cab. In back, they're all looking out the windows just in case. There's an odd feeling in the air, like the last days of summer camp. With booze. A few minutes later, you pull up in front of the hotel. It's the kind of place that tries really hard to appear classy, but the flowers in the entryway are clearly artificial.
Okay, so what's the plan? I'm gonna ask if she's there and then... Hey, dudes! Look! She's right there!
Sitting right on the sidewalk a few meters from the hotel, you finally catch a glimpse of Ultra Lello. Ultra Lello? Guys, why can't I read? She's leaning over and seems completely drunk. The pink guy starts fumbling in his spandex pants.
We're gonna take care of her. I think she needs us.
Need any help?
No.
You get the impression he's suddenly in a hurry.
Thanks for your help, man. We'll take it from here. Yeah, man. Thanks for your help, man.
Stop screaming, for fuck's sake.
Your taxi is like an angel that fell out of the sky into a barrel of beer.
Come on, get out. Everyone's had enough of your stinky breath. They get out of the car, one after the other. Once on the sidewalk, they walk over to their friend and surround her. You focus your attention on your taxi for a while and collect your thoughts. The one who was screaming, his vulgar friend. Your head is pounding. You're shaken up. Cam says, I'm so ultra done with these freaks. Yeah, I know. I could have picked to go to the hotel first. This is one of the things I really love about this game is like anyone who plays it is going to have a different experience because you can pick any character to go and see any night, any of the clues, any of the like dialogue options and have a completely different outcome than someone else. And I'm going to replay this like in a year or two and have a completely different experience. And I love that. It's rare that your passengers get under your skin that much. And just as you're pulling away from the hotel, you smell an unpleasant smell. You turn around. Blue left a stain on the back seat. It's not really pee, nor is it vomit. It's indescribable. Glance outside. Your passengers are no longer in front of the hotel. Maybe they went inside. You open the windows and start driving. With a bit of luck, it'll be dry before you pick up a new passenger. You make a mental note to clean your taxi before the end of your shift. Well, at least they gave us a $4 tip, okay? That's all I can say. Yeah, I know. Nice, right, Slam? At least they gave us a $4 tip. The buggers. The buggers. What we'll do is we'll finish this day off and then we'll do the Discord sneak peek for everybody. We'll do the sneak peek after this day. Okay, right. I want to go to the lady with the classy earrings. So Blue did a dabba-dee dabba-die. He did. But he didn't actually die. So I think that's good. Oh, this English girl loves her tea. Right, let's take this lady. Let's go. The passenger who enters the cab is a regular. Her name is Aid, and she's a psychic who occasionally goes home by cab. She slips into the back seat, her earrings jingling softly. She smiles and gives you her address. You start the engine. What a day! What a day! Everything okay, Aid? Yeah, fine. Her smile, as usual, has an irresistible effect on you. No harm done, just a good scare. A dissatisfied former customer. Was it? You know, I can't give any names. You smile. All right then, fine. Let's just say he's a politician. A well-known politician. Very well-known. Oh no! That's the first time my computer has randomly closed a program since we did a BIOS update last week. In that case, whilst the game is reloading, we will do the Discord revamp. Do you know what that means, though? It means we have to redo that whole day. We'll choose different characters. And this time I won't not select the lady that we need to talk to. I'm so annoyed. That's sod's law. This is my computer, not the game, by the way, guys. It had been randomly closing things for like a week, and then we did a BIOS update and it stopped. And now it's doing it again. I can't get out of the game. There we go. I know. Now I can accept the one I refused by mistake. Exactly. Okay, let's do the Discord. Sneak peek. The psychic didn't warn me it was going to happen, Cam. I know. How could she? Okay, right. So this is the Raw Fury Discord server. As you can see, at the moment, now let me just check over here. Yeah, so underneath where my picture is, you can see I'm scrolling here, but you can see that we've got a separate section for Kingdom. That's staying. Kingdom is not having any changes apart from the channels we've already removed. So Kingdom's staying the same. But Atomicrop's up here, Puraspara here, and then all of these, pick up, are going to be archived. Because, basically, when you go in there at the moment, it's a little bit like there's just a lot of channels and it's a little bit overwhelming. Some of the feedback we've had, we did some surveys and we've talked to people in the community, and it was like, there's a lot and not all of them are used very often, so it's a little bit too much. So these are all going to be archived, and what we're going to be doing is replacing them with some categories. Now, myself, the mods, the other community managers, and the brand managers have all been working on putting our games into some groups. So we've got some categories, and some of them I have begun working on already. So I can show you story-rich sagas now. So what's going to happen is each category is going to have its own title. They're all alliteration because I like a good bit of alliteration. They're all going to have their own announcement channel and a role that goes with them. Okay, so if you like story-rich games, that's your sort of thing. If you like games like Nightcall, for example, or Kathy Rain, then you'll get the role for story-rich. And then when we have announcements for any of the games in that category, they'll go into this announcement channel. It also means that we won't be pinging everyone when we have an announcement for a game that you're not interested in. It will go into one of the categories that the game is in, and then you won't have to get notifications if you're not interested in that game, right? Because we know people don't like pings. Also, we are going to start to do competitions and events based around all of our games, and you will find out what they are in this announcement channel. And then, to replace the channel of the games, what we have is a forum, and in that forum, all of the games that come under story-rich sagas will be in here. And because you can now see them all, they've all got their own little art going on, as you can see. You will be able to use those in the same way you used the channels before. You can go in there, you can talk about all the different games and what you've got going on. Let's just choose Kathy Rain, for example. And it's got all the links to the game. So if you want to get a link to go and buy it, or you want to check it out, or you want to send a friend to one of the store pages, you know where they all are. They'll be there the whole time. But on top of that, you can also tag what you want. So, for example, if I wanted some advice about Kathy Rain and I was stuck on something, I could mark my comment as asking for advice, and then people would be able to see that I needed advice on it. So there's lots of different things that you can do in here. And additionally, the nice thing is, now, say we had like an art competition going on in Wolfstride, right? And you are an artist, but you've not played Wolfstride before, but you've joined the Story Rich Saga for Nightcall because you really like this game. Now, when you go into Story Rich Saga, this little picture, if it had the art competition on, would have like a banner on it saying that there was a competition and what the prizes would be. So as soon as you went in there, you'd be able to see, oh, that game over there that I haven't heard of has got some kind of competition going on. Maybe I should go and check that out and I can join in on that. So the idea is to try and give you a little bit more to see the games that you didn't even know existed. Because I know when I started streaming Nightcall, a lot of you hadn't actually heard of this one before. Even though some of you have been in the Discord for ages, and you've been part of the community for a really long time, you just hadn't heard of this one before. And so you didn't know it existed. And now I can see how much you guys are loving it as much as I am. This way, if people join for Tales, for example, they'll now see that Nightcall and Mosaic and Norco and Whispers of a Machine, they'll all see these games in a way that is more interesting than just a title down the side, basically. So these are the story-rich ones. We've got Wolfstride, Whispers of a Machine, The Longest Road on Earth, Nightcall, Norco, the Tales series. We've got Mosaic, Call of the Sea, and Kathy Rain. Yeah, it was completely new to a lot of people, Slam. Like, it was one that went under the radar. That's why we've hooked it into games you might have missed, because people did miss it. And then we've also got Dark Delights. Again, Dark Delights have got their own little announcement column and then their own little section in here. The thing with Dark Delights is that we've actually got quite a lot of dark games coming. Post-Trauma, one of them. That will obviously end up in here as well. So at the moment, there's only 3 in there, but this one's going to grow. And Post-Trauma is going to be in this one eventually. So the same thing. Again, you'll be able to see if anything's going on in here. Like, say we were doing a top score competition in Tormentor times Punisher. You'd be able to see that there was a competition going on and join in with what's going on. Again, look, you've got your spoilers, tips, asking for advice, discussion, and screenshots. So you can mark really clearly, like you can on Reddit, basically, what your post is about. And so if you have some advice to give people, you can put tips. If you've got spoilers and you really want to discuss something with spoilers, you can put that on there so people don't miss the chance to not get spoiled. There's all sorts of things. We've been working really hard on making this as fun as it can be. And then we've also got Emporium of Escapism. So this was our category for all of the games that you can just get completely lost in. Whether it's like the type that you just tune out the world to because you're in a rhythm, like Gun Jam, and you're just like going for it, or whether it's a type like Townscaper where it's just complete escapism and you're just thinking about your little town and not worrying about anything else. This is our super like cozy, wholesome and escapism category. So games like Moonstone Island will end up in here, Pizza Possum will end up in here. We're gonna have that so you can see all of those. You could add the upcoming games here as well. Yeah, so what we're going to do, Cubers, is we're going to have a section for new and upcoming that are all of the ones that are literally just about to come out or have just come out. And then after a certain time period, which we'll reveal later in the week, they'll move into a different one of the categories. So they'll get moved into a different one. But for the time being, we're going to have a new and upcoming one so that anyone who's like really interested in what we've got coming out can see them separately. Yeah, you'll still be able to help people, Mistress Sable. You'll still be able to help people. You just hop into the Sable one and off you go. Off you go. You'll still be able to give tips and stuff. So I'm working on this right now. I started the Rogues of Raw one earlier, so I haven't actually added that many in here yet. We've only got 2. But as you can see, it's going to be slightly different, but hopefully it'll be way easier to navigate. It won't be a giant list of channels down the side. Instead of like hundreds of channels, there's like 5 categories. So you don't have to have 80 million roles. You don't have to look through all of those channels. And it makes it a lot easier for you to see what's going on as well, especially when we've got these events coming up so that we can, you know, really celebrate these games. Because even if they've been out for a really long time, we want to be able to celebrate them. And part of that involves having events like speedrunning competitions and special streamers hosting things, or dev interviews where you get to do Q&As with the developers in one of the stages. So we want to be able to offer things for you. And I think this is a better way to do that because it means that more people will see what's going on in all the different games because it's more visual than just like a title. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. That's just a sneak peek, mind you, just a sneak peek. It's going to take the rest of the week for me to finish doing that because unfortunately Discord lied to me and told me that the dimensions of those pictures was one size. And then I started adding them and realized they were actually a different size. So I'm having to remake the pictures. But at least now it's a visual category that you can see. Lovely to show the game art. It's important to communicate what each one is about. Exactly. It gives you a bit more of an idea of what the games are as well. So if you've not heard of them before, instead of it just being like a bunch of strangers you've not met in a Discord channel talking about a game, you can now quickly see what that game is. And with all the links to all of the all of the different like platforms they're available on pinned right at the top, you can also go to the store pages and check them out, look at reviews, etc. So it makes it a lot easier. So yeah. That looks like the most organized Discord I've ever seen. Thanks, Cam. It's taken me literally months to build this plan up, but I just wanted it to be a little bit more easy to navigate, basically. And also, like I said before, like it gives you a way to find games that you would have otherwise missed, like Nightcall. Because I think playing this game really showed me that like we have games that people don't even know we have. So we need to find ways of like showing them off, because this game here, Nightcall, I fell in love with this so hard and it makes me sad that people don't know about it. So I'm glad to be able to find sort of a way in the server now that we can show it off, you know? We can show it off. There we go. Right, now let's get back to the game and let's not cock it up. Let's not cock it up. Ah, tea. Tea. It makes me so happy. Okay, right. I'm not picking the ghost up this time, guys. Okay. We need to get some petrol. We haven't actually got that much petrol. Let's do that. I think I should have got petrol before I went to bed. No, Mistress Sable! No! Where's the faith? Where's the faith? Hey, Lone Wolf, welcome in, sweetheart. You just missed the sneak reveal of our Discord server. You just missed it. So if you want to find out the sort of secrets that we've got going on in the server that are about to be announced, you'll have to check the VOD afterwards. How are you anyway? Not a soul in sight. The fluorescent lights irritate your eyes and the smell of pee is wafting from the space between the pumps. Lovely. Lovely game. It's self-service here and you pay directly at the pump. The pump? I said pomp because I read this saying pomp. No worries. Have a lovely dinner, Cam. Have a lovely dinner and good luck with those job applications. The mini-mart over there. It must sell newspapers. The person behind the counter must see and hear things. Might be worth asking a couple of questions. I have not played it yet. I've seen... We raided someone who was playing it the other day. I'm intrigued. I see that, like, it's already sold, like, millions of copies already. So, it's got to be doing something right. It's definitely got to be doing something right. I'm good, actually. I had my mum visit this weekend. She went home today, so I had a nice chilled weekend with my mum. Okay. Guys, we have no money and all we do is spend it. Walk into the mini-mart. The guy behind the counter doesn't even look at you when he starts to talk in a lazily, lifeless tone. Can I help you? Did I buy that? Yeah, I did. Okay. No, we lost. We never win on the scratch cards. Damn it. You examine the newspaper and the magazine covers. The serial killer is on the front page of all of them. Just like real life. Yeah. If you have Xbox Game Pass, I think I cancelled my subscription because I wasn't using it. So I'd have to restart it. But when Avowed comes out, I'm going to restart it just for that. Because Obsidian, I love them. So I'll play it then. Isn't it crazy? You'd think he'd have caught them by now. The clerk smiles. You recognize the twinkle in his eye. This guy has something to tell you. We got a new clue! Good night, I guess. Wait, what? Do we have to wait till we get home to find the clue? Damn it, guys! I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I got a really itchy nose. I feel like an ant's crawling over the end of it. Okay, well, we now have minus 100. We have, like, literally no money. Let's go to Johnny Depp. Oh, we could read the newspaper. You pull the newspaper out of your glove compartment and start leafing through it. Eventually, something grabs your eye. It's a rather positive critique of a bar called Solit. You make a note of the information with interest. In your line of work, this kind of thing can always come in handy. You turn the page and stop. You've read about a third of the newspaper. Keep reading. You stop reading and go back a few pages. You thought you saw something. Badly framed photo and a terse article inform you that a minister is stepping down for personal reasons. She will be replaced by her right-hand man, who also happens to be her husband. Her face is not at all familiar. You don't think you've ever seen her before. You only have a third left to read. We've got to read it. Come on. As soon as you get back to the page, you stop. Your instinct tells you to look at... It's an enthusiastic review of a new video game about an Uberization of society. You scan the text. A bit lost. A video game about a taxi driver? Sounds cool. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, maybe it was the politician from the Sidekick. The Sidekick crashed the game, didn't she? It was her, not my computer. You shut the paper. It'll end up in the trash tonight. If you remember, it's there. Otherwise, it will spend the rest of its days in your glove compartment. Okay. We missed Johnny Depp because I clicked out of it. Should we go to the person we haven't seen? Let's go to the dark, sketchy picture that we can't work out. When are you go? I'm going on Sunday. On Sunday. Really excited, Mr. Sable. I've never been to Sweden. One of our best friends is from Stockholm as well. He lives in London now, so he won't be there when we go. But he talks about it a lot, and I've never been there. I'm really excited. A fab idea for a game. Call it booty. No, night call. Okay. 35 quid. Thanks, Xavier. I've got a really itchy nose. Ah! Oh my god, Apocalypse. I see you. I see you, friend. If you're still there, I've just seen your follow come through. I see you, good sir. How are you? Nice to see you. If you want to lurk, carry on. But thanks for the follow, darling. Okay, you pull up to the sidewalk in a calm, nondescript alleyway. No sign of your passenger. The cobblestone gleams calmly underneath the street lamps. A cat jumps from one building to another. Two men are fighting in the shadows. You sit up abruptly. Something is shining in the darkness of one of those Japanese sabers just reflected. Oh wait, something is shining in the darkness. One of those Japanese sabers just reflected off a street lamp. Put your hand on the door handle, ready to run. The saber falls to the ground and the sound rings out through the alley. One of the two men crumbles. The other walks toward your taxi with determination. Oh, it's the hero! It's the guy we've met before who's like a vigilante. At the very last minute, the door is about to open. You recognise the passenger from before. The one who thinks he's a superhero. Do you have the sneeze reflex by forcing a sneeze? No, if I look straight into a light, it doesn't happen. I'm blind now, though. I'm blind. Ugh. We can go, same address as last time. He appears to be out of breath, but his voice is calm and poised. What about the other guy? I'll tell you in a minute. First, start driving. The police are on their way and I don't want to run into them. Neither do you. And I don't want to get you mixed up in all of this. Photosensoric reflex. Oh, I've learnt something today, chat. You've taught me. You put your foot on the accelerator. Behind you in the rearview mirror, you can see lights in several apartments flicker on. Apparently, the fight woke up some of the neighbours. He did just stab a guy. He did, yeah. He's like Dexter. He kills bad guys. Dude! Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Nice to see you. He stops, out of breath. Are you hurt? Yeah, I'm okay. He tenses his muscles. His chest inflates. He catches his breath. In the space of a few seconds, his heartbeat has returned to normal. Oh, okay, as long as you're not involved in the stabbing, we're fine, dude. We're fine. I'm sorry, but... Another deep breath. We just had one guy pee on the seat. And now... I think I shit my pants a little. Why does this game do this to me? It keeps making me say things like I'm a porn star and I shit my pants. I'm so glad Leo's not here. Oh, hard to say since he has a mask on, but you're pretty sure he's looking at you straight in the eyes. But don't worry. I'm sorry. I can't. Don't be so scared. He pulled out his katana. Man, I was like, that's it. It's over. You had a good life and now he's gonna cut you up like a turkey. Game's making... Yeah, the game is bullying Recubers. Also, Mistress Sable, that made me laugh too much. Careful not to skid, she said. YouTube, you don't understand what this Twitch chat is like. You don't understand. But I handled it. He pauses and nods. You sense him sitting up straighter. Yeah, I handled it. I handled the hell out of it. katana? It's kind of... Backseat drift. Ah, I'm dying. This game plus this chat is just too much sometimes. Ah, okay.
It's a kind of Japanese saber, you see. Didn't think he'd have that type of weapon.
Kype? That type of weapon.
Those guys aren't Japanese at all, actually.
Tilts his head, lost in thought for a short moment.
I'm investigating a sort of organization. Like mob types, you know? They're forcing kids to work in this squat. They're sorting through jewelry, wallets. Sometimes they're sent out to panhandle.
It's so serious. But it's not, though. That's the thing, Cubers. Although it's a murder mystery, we have a lady who's like a really proud porn star who likes telling everybody about it. We have a cat who gets in the car and talks to us and sends money to us. Then we have the freaking lady who killed a cat. Like, Santa was drunk in our back seat. Like, you just never know what it's going to throw at you. Okay. Whew.
Girls are sent to... I mean, you get the gist, right? But the police aren't doing anything about it.
Typical.
You think?
You nod.
I don't know. I think there's something else to it. First off, the kids aren't French. The organization is tied to Albanians, and this is this not so nice German guy. They have ties with an extreme right-wing organization and connections to 2 police captains.
And the Daft Rangers, exactly.
I came to get photos. Want to alert the press.
Outside, an ambulance crosses your path. No sirens, no lights. It almost looks like a moving van. That could be a new comic book, by the way, the Daft Rangers.
While I was going about my business, that guy jumped me with a katana. Scared me to death.
Paused for a while. His body is radiating heat. Any hotter and he'd start to smoke. This is really risky.
Yeah, it's dangerous. But that's not what's most important.
He clears his throat.
What I'm about to say will probably sound pretty weird, okay?
Another breath. This one is deep and long, almost moving.
Since I've been chasing this organization down, really feel like I'm doing something useful. Like I can really make a difference. Shit, that makes it all worth it.
He pauses.
Would it be okay if I just got some shut-eye for the rest of the trip? I think I need to.
He falls asleep mid-sentence. Crack your window to let some fresh air in. Yeah, because he shat in the back seat! The trip continues in silence, with you at the wheel and a masked hero sat in the back seat. What if you'd taken martial art classes? What if you had known how to defend yourself? Maybe that night... You shake your head. There's no point in thinking about it. He or she snuck up on you. Attacked you from behind. Still have about 10 minutes left before reaching your destination. Newly? Newly always has the same effect on you. One of surprise. You're surprised to be reminded of this town next to Paris. Calm, pointless, unremarkable, and boring as hell. At long last, you pull up in front of the driveway. Dropped your passenger off you dropped your passenger off at last time. He wakes with a start.
Already?
Looks like you saved him, Cabin America. Yes, Cubus, I love it. Ah.
You grin.
Yeah, already.
I could have slept for 20 more hours.
Glances at your dashboard.
I have an essay to turn in 6 hours from now. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
He sighs and stretches for a while. Something in his neck cracks.
Anyway, shower, breakfast, essay, sleep. That's the plan.
He pays the fare and rushes into his building a few seconds later. You sit still, alone. Once the coast is clear, you check the back seat to make sure it's clean. It is. No trace of blood. Or shit. You sigh in relief and drive off. He gave us a 6 quid tip! We need to pick up this superhero every time. Alright, okay, that was good. We got paid for that one. We got some monies. We'll go to this lady because she's also blacked out. The blacked out ones seem to be really interesting. I like them. They're fun. Okay, she's gonna give us 40 bucks too. It's a really long journey though. Ah, sod it. We'll take her. Yeah. The door opens. Your passenger settles on the back seat. She's a regular and you know her address. Jackie.
Everything okay, honey?
All good, Jackie. Known Jackie for years now. A friend of a friend. A rather well-liked prostitute in your old neighborhood.
I hope spring's gonna be warmer than last year, because I can't stand freezing my ass off anymore.
She's been working in the Bois de Boulogne for 2 years now. Every now and then she treats herself to a ride home in the taxi.
What's the latest news?
You can tell Jackie anything. Almost anything, that is.
Is your back better?
You smile. No, not really.
That bastard really did you, didn't he?
Can I ask you something, Jackie? She leans forward.
Anything you want, honey?
Tell her about Lieutenant Bousset. About her threats and your mission.
You got screwed again, honey. You're too nice.
She sucks her teeth. What?
You and the cops, you're gonna have to go see someone. Or start banging one.
Jackie. Yeah, she's the hooker with a heart of gold. She's a pretty woman.
Okay, right, you're the boss. I'll ask around. Some of my clients might know something.
A pause. You know what's coming. You're expecting it.
But fair's fair. The next ride is free, okay?
No! We need money! You nod silently. You meet her eyes in the rearview mirror.
Anyhow, take care of yourself, okay?
Give her a smile. You know me. She looks pensive.
Yeah, right, I do. That's the problem.
She starts talking all at once. She speaks quickly as an incessant flow.
I already told you how shitty the new law is, huh?
You nod. Yes, Jackie is referring to a law to fine sex workers' clients.
One of my regulars came back to see me today. Did you know they're gonna make them take a class now, too?
A class?
Yeah, a class. Clients are already paying fines, and now they're being forced to attend a 2-day class. Sure, go on and tell them it's not normal to see a prostitute. This client of mine, I know he didn't like it much. But he told me they were arrogant, you know? Like they were talking down to the convicted clients or something. I don't understand the government, the politicians. We exist. We're not going away. We pay taxes too. Do you realize that? I pay taxes, like you, like everybody else.
A pause.
Almost everyone, that is. In this goddamn country today, the richer you are, the lesser you pay. What a mess.
She grows contemplative for a moment. When she speaks again, her voice is gruff.
I'm only doing my job, you know. There are people who come talk to us. They talk to us about reinsertion and all that. It's great for the young girls who just started. But for the transvestites, the Uruguayans, the Colombians, there's no way they're gonna find work by themselves. And me? It's been who long? There's no way I'm gonna be a checkout person in a grocery store. First of all, I'd run into clients all the time.
She smiles, proud of her little joke.
No, serious. It's just that my job, I chose to do it. That's the great advantage of this line of work. Even you didn't choose.
Nod yes. Your friend answers with a smile. Yeah, she doesn't want to pay for a taxi, but she'll pay her taxes. This game is quite the education. I know, I'm learning a lot. The ride continues for a while in silence.
To me, what's really outrageous?
She seems saddened by the conversation.
What really gets me is the fact they're not helping us any more than before. The cops, the state police, the whole lot. They ignore us, just like before. They threaten us, just like before. They make fun of us, just like before. Like they only pass the law for money. $1,500 for the first offense, $3,000 for the second. Pretty stiff price for a trick. The upshot? Yeah, fool clients. Makes sense, huh? A funny country we live in. The land of rights of man and all that.
Her voice is tinged with anger.
Right my ass. The only ones who come around now are the regulars. All the basket cases. All the guys who don't know what they're risking. Yeah, particularly the guys who don't know what they're in it for.
She gives a funny laugh. It sounds like crushed metal.
It's a good business for the cops at any rate. You stand there in the alley, wait for a car to park, you nab the client when he's getting out the van, and presto, $1,500. You nab 4 or 5 a night and you're set to go. Funny country. The land of human rights and all that. You check off all the boxes. Your boss is happy. You get your bonus. And all this is without good thought for good old Jackie and her clients.
She shrugs. A moment later, you pull into the side street where Jackie lives. The building is in poor repair. The hall lights are flickering. Park in the first available space.
Always a pleasure, honey.
She pays the fare with a crumpled bill and coins. Okay, next time she doesn't pay, but we need the advice that she's got from her client. So
that's all I have.
No prob. She smiles. She didn't pay us the full amount, did she? She gets out of the cab and walks slowly over to the entrance of her building. She's not in much of a hurry to get home. Oh, no, she did. She gave us a tip. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, my God, we're so poor. Oh! This is the guy who I think did it. This is the guy who I think did it, guys. I think this is the murderer. I don't know why I'm about to get in a car with him, but I think this guy is the murderer. He's the ex-cop that was talking about the sex shop explosion that time. We think it's him. We think it's him. He is the guy. Paul-Marie Fragonard. Yes. You recognize the next passenger in your cab. A cop. The detective. Your suspect. He has a tired look about him, and not just because it's early. His voice drags. Was I doing a French accent for this guy? I can't remember. Hang on.
The usual place.
St. Louis Hospital, then. You start driving. You notice right away that your passenger is cold. Very cold, in fact. He is shivering and his teeth are chattering. You start driving, but keep an eye on him. He flashes a crooked smile.
That's really not necessary. Thanks, though.
I can't do a French accent!
I'm not cold. It's my medication. Pretty bizarre side effects. 1 minute I'm hot, the next I'm cold. Not much fun, really. But it's for my own good.
His face says otherwise. He's not quite convinced.
Actually, maybe it is the cold. It hasn't been this cold in ages. Since 1982, I think. 83, maybe.
Almost a whisper, he adds.
Year of the Tiger.
The Chinese Year of the Tiger? He's smiling now, but continues shivering ever so slightly.
No. The way we hunted a tiger down in Paris. nothing to do with the Chinese. It's a really nice story, actually. Well, maybe nice is not the right word. You'll see.
Shush, Mistress Sable, I can't do it! I can't do it! And one of my favourite people at work is French as well. I can't do it!
And it'll get my mind off things.
He has a nervous laugh and is really uncomfortable, probably not used to appearing fragile.
It was late December. The weather was crap. Never been so cold in my life. The water in the fountains and gutters were frozen. At the office, most of my colleagues were sick. Stuck in bed. I was sick too, but I knew, so I sucked it up. I was blowing my nose every 5 minutes.
Minutes? That was American!
My nose was red. My breath reeked of cough drops. We all looked like we were about to keel over. The switchboard rang and no one answered. I sighed, got up and picked up the phone. A woman screamed in my ear. A tiger! She had seen a tiger, orange and black, as big as a motorcycle, in Rue de Bouchy. I burst out laughing, told her it was a good prank and hung up.
Stop laughing at me!
Less than a minute later, the phone rang again. The second line too. Then one in the chief's office.
He points to a different area of the car, as if he can still hear the phone ringing.
A tiger! A really big one. Rue de Bouchy, Rue de Seine, Rue de Boats.
The passenger rubs his chin and seems so deep in thought.
We were starting to think something fishy was going on. So we got a move on. We grabbed our coats and scarves.
Stop it!
One of the guys from the squad and his brother-in-law who works at the zoo in Venance.
To be French, I don't... He sighs.
Outside it was snowing buckets. Huge flakes the size of your gear shift here there. Shift there. We better on barefoot. We got to Saint Michel. We walked down the Quai de Grand Augustin, knocking on doors. The people we talked to wanted us to take their word for it. They swore they'd seen a tiger. They were dead serious. We walked the streets. The snow was slowing, but only barely.
He looks at you.
I'm sure you're familiar with that moment in the middle of the night when Paris is completely quiet.
Yeah, and you stabbed me.
You nod. It's incredible. Like the city just stops for a moment. Yeah. Well, it was just like that. Utter total calm. Absolute silence. The team broke into pairs. We checked alleys and passageways. Back then, the neighborhood was like Swiss cheese, with nooks and crannies all over. Garages built without permits. It wasn't eyebrow neighborhood it is today.
He heaves a sigh. He seems sad.
We went into this narrow street because my partner he saw some paw prints. And he was right. There was snow all over the dumpster, on the roof of the garage, the building's balcony. The tiger had climbed up there, so we followed. We pulled out our weapons and started after the prints. Dumpster, garage roof, balconies. My partner was huffing and puffing. His puffs of steam were escaping his mouth.
Your passenger snickers.
He stopped and told me that we must look like our ancestors.
No! Johan's here when I'm doing an embarrassing French accent. Go, Johan! Hi, mate.
Like prehistoric men wielding flint spears.
Don't tell Nicole I'm doing a French accent, okay? Because I can't do it.
We couldn't help laughing. We knew how stupid we must look.
To be fair, this accent is better than the British one. Slam, I'll get you. I'll get you. Stop it!
We got up off the roof, and the tiger was there. Damn, what a shock. It was a magnificent beast, almost 2 meters in size, maybe more.
Just don't tell Nicole I'm doing this, Joanne.
Took our breath away. The tiger looked at us. There was fear in his eyes. He was shaking. We realized we'd screwed up. We never should have come. If it attacked, we'd have to kill it. But neither of us wanted to kill it after seeing it.
If they kill a tiger, I'm definitely pinning this guy for the murder, okay? I thought it was him already. I definitely think it was him. No! Don't tell Juliet! Oh man, you had to turn up right before we're all going to be in the same place as well, didn't you? Okay, right.
He stared at us. Paris was utterly calm. Snow as far as the eye could see, a white skyline. And then,
the passenger pauses. He closes his eyes slowly. No, Mistress Sable, I'm not committing enough to smoke to sound like the character.
Something in his voice cracks. He jumps off the roof. It was remarkable. A moment of...
Oh, wait, a moment of silence. He's still shivering. Say nothing.
It's funny. I'm really shaken up just talking about it. My chest is tight.
I still think you're the murderer, dude. The passenger needs a few seconds before going back to his story. How are you anyway, buddy? Nice to see you. You get the impression he's still shaking as much as when he got in.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. We leaned as far as we could off the roof to look below. It looked like he was asleep, lying comfortably on the snow.
Oh no, tiger!
A giant orange and black spot on the featherbed.
Thanks, mate.
I'm sad now, the tiger died.
That's 2 cats that have been killed in this game. 2! He watches the street go by. The hospital is close now. I know! I'm so excited. Guys, I'm talking to Johan, who's in the YouTube chat. He's one of the people I was talking about earlier that's on the dev relations team, who I was saying that, like, just know a good game, right? And we're going to actually meet for the first time, which is going to be awesome this weekend. I'm so excited. He watches the streets go by. The hospital is close now. Where did he come from?
It's funny, actually, and a bit more pleasant.
He subtly grins.
Some petty crooks in the north thought it would be quite a hoot to have a pet tiger. So one fine day, they went to a circus and swiped the tiger. While they were driving back home through Paris, the tiger tried to eat him, and they decided to let him go on the spot. Right in Saint-Germain-des-Prés.
A grin spread across his face.
Morons.
Oh, look at this. Oh, no! You park in front of the hospital. Your passenger suddenly speaks up. His voice sounds more confident than before.
I think I just do what the tiger did. His death seems so calm and genteel. It can't hurt much to fall onto a huge bed of feathers.
He glances quickly at his shaking hand. The rearview mirror, the police inspector seems oddly small, as if he had shrunk during the ride.
Seriously, it can't hurt too much.
He hands you his money and he gets out of the cab. Well, at least he didn't murder us, guys. At least he didn't murder us, okay? That's a win in my book. You watch him walking away without saying a word. Then, the sliding doors at the entrance to the hospital take far too long to open. You drive away. Oh, what? That's all we got? He could have tipped us up to 20 bucks. He tells us like his life story every time he gets in the car, and he didn't even give us a good tip. I still think it's him. I still think it's him. I think he's the murderer. How much have we lost today then? Are we going to be at like 60 by the end of the day? Okay, No, guys! Why are we so bad at making money in this game? I swear to God, we're going to be negative. We're going to be in our overdraft by the end of the next day. Why are we so bad? All of these customers keep running out on us. Typical cat killers. We had the one the other day where they literally, like, she murdered a cat in the woods. That was awful. Awful, Johan. I was, like, disturbed afterwards. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. Why are we so broke, man? If the police don't pay me for figuring out the crime for them, I think we're going to be homeless by the end of this game. I don't know. Maybe he is going to die at the hospital, Calf. But the thing is that I think he's the murderer. So I don't know. Def going to be in the red once you get fined for crimes against the French language. Slam, don't tell on me. Don't tell on me. I found a ghost. I haven't found a blowjob ghost yet, though, Johan. That's interesting. We have not found that ghost yet. I literally, like, this game is my favourite thing that I've played in ages. Have you seen the video that I put out on socials? Like, my top 3 favourite characters. I literally just love it. It's so well written. You take a few moments to update your board with new clues. Your neighbourhood flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the pipes shake. Take your shoes off before getting to work. Okay, we got some new clues. Oh, no, we haven't. They're up here already. Okay. So. Where are the new ones? I wish it, like, highlighted the new ones. Is there one underneath there? No. Look, a lot of good literature was written in French prison. Okay, so this is one of those ones that's not connected to anything. How tall is that guy? We need to find out. He is 1.69 meters. Oh, wait, the killer's taller than 180? So it can't be him. Wait. What? How can the killer be taller than 1.80 meters when none of these people are taller than 1.80 meters? I do not understand. The Marquis. Do you know what? I did a play of Marat Sade, which was like about the Marquis de Sade when I was a drama teacher. And my year 13s, their mind was blown. Their mind was blown. The last guy, he's been, what's it called? Ruled out. He's been ruled out. It wasn't the homeless guy. So, and we know it was a cop. So it's either him or him, I think. Because she's the medical examiner, so she's not a cop. And he's just a lawyer. So it's one of these two. He is taller, but only by 1 centimeter. And he's sus. So, like, that one's connected to both of them. This one is only connected to the older police officer. So we knew it was a police gun in the 70s. But then I don't understand why he couldn't have gotten a police gun in the 70s. Do you see what I mean? I don't get it. Now it's saying the killer's height is less than 1.80 meters, which is the same for all of them. So there's both of those there. Fuck is that? No, I know who that person is. I know who that person is, Johan. Wearing black gloves. All of these guys wear black gloves. So this is a useless one. Victim 3 can come down here out of the way. Weapons. Hey, that only connects to him. He's also wrinkly. Killer had wrinkly hands, and that one isn't connected to him. So, like, this is why I think it's him. Because there's more connecting to him than there are to anybody else. Although he's got quite a few connected to him, but I'm not really sure why. Let's just put this over here out of the way. Interesting. I still think it was him. Okay, right. Bedtime. Bedtime. The phone rings. Oh no, it's the police lady again. It's the police lady again. Cashier didn't know the metric. The moment of truth. Pick it up. Hello.
Hi.
Ice cold.
So?
She heaves a long sigh. There's no background noise. She must not be at the station. I've got a name for you.
Perfect. I'm listening.
Glance at the wall. The suspects are all lined up. All the evidence, a whole mess of your ideas, and your stomach is in a knot. I'm going to accuse Tiger Guy because he killed a tiger and I don't like him.
Don't have to remind you. You cannot get this wrong. I have a meeting in 2 hours with the district attorney and the chief of police. Even the Minister of Interior will be in the corner of the room somewhere. Obviously, I'm thrilled. But I certainly don't want to put too much pressure on you.
Bitch, you're not even paying me. You're not even paying me. Almost hear the smirk she must be wearing. You lay down the receiver on the table, and now you have to decide. Oh God, this is stressful. It's him. J'accuse! You pick up the phone and explain your choice to Lieutenant Busset. Why? How the evidence? Your sources? She listens without saying a word. It is string theory, Hubers. You stop talking and catch your breath.
Okay. I'll buy it. Seems like a solid choice. I can fish around a bit to vet your information.
She pauses. You can almost hear her nodding. Yeah, Johan, I freaking love this game. I hadn't heard of it before I joined the company. I deliberately didn't play it until I knew I'd be streaming it because I wanted it to be a surprise, and I have fallen in love with it. Like, the writing is so good, and I knew that I loved this team when I played Flat Eye. I already fell in love with that, but the writing in this is just like, I love it.
I'll call you tonight.
It is night!
Try to get some sleep.
She pauses. No way she's going to hang up on such a positive note. She's probably going to...
Might be your last light of freedom.
Bitch! She snickers and hangs up. You put down the phone. You might as well be standing in the ice-cold emptiness of outer space. You decide to go to bed. To sleep. Best way to kill time. With a heavy hand, wipe your tired face. You slide onto the open sofa bed. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Your brain is running at full speed. Your body aches and you are in pain. You can tell that you need to get more sleep. Glance at your investigation board. You sigh when you think that just a few hours, it'll all be over. You'll have answers. Busset will have her arrest. Paris will be peaceful again. But what about you? What'll you do? You shake your head, your mind wanders for a second. Your eyelids flutter, and once you're asleep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to leave it on that cliffhanger. Are we right? I don't know. We will find out next Monday when we get a call from Busset to see if we accuse the right person. Look, even if we didn't, I hope he goes to jail because it's his fault that a tiger fell off the roof and I don't like him. I don't like him, okay? Anthony is such a brilliant writer. You know, Johan, if he's in Slack still, can you connect us? Because I think the chat, especially Twitch, have really loved this game. And I think with the new Discord revamp, we're going to be doing like things like events around each game. It would be awesome to get him in to do like a Q&A session with the community about the writing for Flat Eye and Nightcall, because honestly, I have been blown away by this game. And I know chat have been giggling their heads off all the way through the last 4 streams we've done of it. They've loved it. They've absolutely loved it. I've absolutely loved it. It would be great to talk to him. I'm really excited. I know, we've got to wait, Cubus. We've got to wait, man. We've got to wait. So don't forget, there's lots going on this week. We've got the Discord revamp. If you were around earlier, you saw a sneak peek of what the Discord is going to look like. If you weren't, check the VOD. It was about halfway through the stream that you'll be able to see a good old sneak peek of what's coming in Discord. We've also got community night tomorrow night. This is the last one I'll be at for a week because I'll be in Sweden next week, but one of the mods will run it then. And then when we get back on the 6th of February, we're doing a karaoke night in Discord. So you don't want to miss that. You do not want to miss that because it's going to be a good giggle. Even if you're not a singer, you can come along and just laugh at the rest of us who are joining in. So I'm really excited about that. Awesome. Thanks, Johan. And then on Friday this week, my last stream before I'm off to Sweden, I will be continuing my gliding in Sable. So we'll be carrying on our Sable journey. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. GMT, Twitch and YouTube. Join me there. Other than that, we're going to raid somebody on Twitch, YouTube. Thank you always. You're brilliant, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed this crazy game as much as I do. Let's see who we're going to raid. Let's go and see Don't Rage Quit. Don't Rage Quit is a wonderful streamer. Truly, truly lovely person. They used to be a host over on What Culture Gaming. So if you watch What Culture, you'll know them. If not, come over and say hi. It's lovely to be able to spread the community around a bit. And I'll see you all next time. See you soon. Bye!
I've been contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace that I could find, instead of always being on the grind. I need a new purpose, I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching, you're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything